Oh boy. All right. Sure, a lot of you are probably about ready to go to bed, right? I could just see you guys right now laying in bed, watching TV, thinking about what am I gonna do tomorrow? Thinking about the weekend coming up, right? Yeah. Thinking about the week ahead, what you got planned, right? And then all of a sudden you look, and oh look, Crazy Dog's live again. And the title says, "What is going on with the Guardians?" Because I'm sure everyone wants to hear my thoughts on what the heck is going on with the Guardians. I mean, what are they doing? But yeah, what's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Guardians rant, vent, stream, I guess. Technically, yeah, that's what I'll call it. A rave, like not a rave. Yeah, we're not partying here. Uh-uh. I'm gonna say this is more of a venting, raging, not like rage, like dashy rage, but just rant stream, rant or vent stream. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is going on August 8th, 2023. We are closing in on the second full week of August. And the Guardians have won one game the entire month of August so far. And of course, I had the pleasure of streaming that game. So, what's up, Ria? They punted on the season when they traded Savali and Josh Bell. Well, they traded Josh Bell because he's underperforming and he's a big contract. They hate big contracts. I know damn well when they signed Josh Bell, I know their hands were shaking like they have freaking Parkinson's. They're like, when they were signing that contract, when they were okaying the contract, because they didn't want to. I know they didn't, because they like their money. They hoard it. They don't spend. They probably signed the contract and looked at David Blitzer and said, "This is coming out of your paycheck, right? Because the damn sure ain't coming out of ours. We don't spend like that here, buddy. I know we don't know each other that well, but we don't spend here." But I know we're all wondering what the heck is going on with this team. Because you look at this team right now, they're 54 and 59, 5.5 games out of first, 9.5 out of the wild card, and they're 2-8 in their last 10. They've won one game in the month of August. They haven't won a game before August since before the trade deadline. Like, I don't even know what to say. This division sucks so bad. We all know the Guardians are probably going to pull this off because they always do. This division sucks so freaking bad. All it takes is one run of like 4 straight wins, and this fan base is going to regain hope. And then the Guardians are probably going to look at us right in the eyes and they're going to uppercut us right in the freaking right here. They're going to go, damn. It's crazy. Now, people might wonder, okay, why do they suck so bad? What is contributing to their suckiness? Three things, really. Three things: regression, youth, and injuries. The youth and the injuries kind of go hand in hand because the injuries are forcing us to bring up younger guys that might not be ready yet. I mean, luckily for us, the injuries to pitching was easily fixed with us bringing up our top pitching prospects. Thank God we have freaking Tanner Bybee and Gavin, who, by the way, absolutely shoved tonight. But unfortunately, the freaking offense went night night. By the way, Rhea, I see you with the subscription. Hey, shout out to Rhea. course, but I just don't get it. And the funniest thing I've seen in a while, not really funny, but it was just, it made you chuckle. It really did. Earlier today, I went on my Twitter, you know, like I always do. I practically live on Twitter nowadays. Don't you guys know by now? I went on Twitter earlier today, right? It was actually about earlier this afternoon. And I look and I see this tweet. Yeah, let me adjust it real quick here, guys. All right. Yeah, I see this tweet. I thought I was subbed. You're good. Ramon Laureano to Guardians. For those who didn't hear about it earlier, a few days ago, Ramon Laureano was shockingly DFA'd by the A's. They let him go. He's been one of their longest tenured players. And they just unceremoniously said, bye-bye. We want to suck even more. Bye-bye. So, for those who remember, before the trade deadline, I did a video talking about my checklist. One of my top targets was an outfielder. We needed an outfielder. Not only one with a good bet, but one that can, do good on defense. And it just so happened that Ramon Laureano is pretty good on defense. In fact, I don't think I talked about him in my videos, but I thought to myself, if the A's are selling, and if we can finesse him away, I would take Ramon Laureano. I've wanted Ramon Laureano via trade for a couple years now, but we've never gone after him. So lo and behold, he gets DFA'd, and earlier today I see the tweet. And to make things even weirder, because we like when things get weird around here, don't we? I'm checking my Twitter later on, and I'm like, scrolling up and down the timeline, and let me see if this will work here. No, that's a different one. Hang on, right here. Yeah. Hang on, I gotta fix this thing real quick. I see, here we go. I see this. Hang on, let me see. I see this. Yeah. You know what that's Ramon Laureano on his Twitter page. Let me, there you go. Yep. Ramon Laureano in a Guardians jersey. That is so weird. Ramon Laureano in a Guardians uniform. And what's really sad is he already leads the outfielders in home runs. You're thinking, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to come out here and treat him like a god. I'm not going to say, he's going to be Barry Bonds here. He has 6 home runs. All right, let's compare him stat-wise to what we already have. Just for fun, in terms of outfielders. Compare him to the other most notable outfielders that we have. What's really cool is he's from Santo Domingo, so he'll really get along with the other Dominicans on our team, especially Jose. Jose is like the pride of this team. But so his stat line: 1.1 WAR, 48 hits, 6 home runs, 213 batting average. Okay. Well, let's see how that stacks up with the rest of our team. This is going to be bad. I can already tell you already. This is going to be bad. He's probably going to lead the team in most stats. Oh, yeah, man. Okay, let's go to outfield here. Okay, there's the outfield. Okay. He's not officially on the team yet. They haven't made the move yet to officially make him a member of the team. That'll be tomorrow. I honestly expect him to be in the lineup tomorrow. So remember, okay, so here's the stat line again. 225 at-bats, 48 hits, 6 home runs. 48 hits, 6 home runs. He would immediately be third on the team, and or no, he's fourth. Okay, so yeah, he hasn't played a lot. He has 48 hits. Ouch. See, that just tells you a lot about this team. Because look at the amount of at-bats, okay? He's gotten, again, 225. That puts him probably fourth. Yep. Only ahead of Oscar, who we just brought back up. Now, because Chris Valaika is all contact and no power, I expect Ramon Laureano to go crazy with the bat. But home runs wise, yeah, he already leads the team in homers. Just walking in the building. And in terms of RBIs, that's the team. Hang on. In terms of RBIs, 21. He has 21 RBIs all year. So he really fits in. He really fits in with our outfield. Because the leading outfielder, the outfielder with the most RBIs is only Steven Kwan with 38. He would essentially walk into the building and with 21 RBIs, he'd be third. He's pretty much third in every category next to, just in front of Oscar, which, of course, Oscar has barely been up here. And he's been up here, and he hasn't done much. Unfortunately, he's kind of regressed back to what he was when he was first up. I don't know what Higweb gives with him, but he's got that auto swing glitch. It's not fun to watch. We need to, yeah, we need to, Jacob, big time. Don't you just love when you get something in your eye when you're trying to talk and it looks like you're crying? Yeah, I'm crying because this team sucks so damn bad. It's pissing me off. I'm not crying, actually. Obviously, I'm not. Like, this is so funny though. It's like Ramon literally comes in and he's like one of our best outfielders. It's it's ridiculous how bad we are in the outfield. You know. And what's even crazier is let's take a look at a team like let's take a look at his old team in the outfield. Okay? They had 6 qualified outfielders. Okay? 6 qualified outfielders on their stat sheet. 3 of them would be ahead of what we have now. Seth Brown, 10 homers, 32 RBIs. Okay. JJ Bleday and Ramon Laureano, who's only played in 64 games, which explains his low stat sheet. Because you compare those guys with the guys that we have in the outfield, they've all played in 100+ games besides Oscar. So yeah, I mean, just think about what Ramon would have done playing progressive for 100 games. He has those stats at 64 games played. And now he's going to be sharing out. He's going to be sharing, time in the outfield with guys like Cole Calhoun, too. Honestly, Cole Calhoun, not that bad. I tweeted out earlier. It's like, look at the old man making a diving catch in the outfield. Look at this. Look at the 35-year-old, right? In his home area. You know, he's not playing first base, which is a place he's played 40 some innings in his multi-year career. He's been a, you know what? Let's actually take a look, because I'm sure a lot of you are curious about Cole Calhoun. Because some people have said he's played. I want to see how long he's played, because he's played first base a total of like 40 some innings out of probably, I'm going to guess, like a 10+ year career. He's 35. He's played 40 some innings at first base. He was drafted originally. Let's take a look here. Debut was May 22nd, 2012. He's been in the league 11 years officially. He's played 40 some innings at first base. Tito. What the heck are you doing? Oh, by the way, for anyone wondering about any nicknames for Cole, he's called the Red Baron. Okay. I'll take that. Coleman or Kolsky? Kolsky? So you mean to tell me we got freaking Laser Ramon? Laser Ramon? You mean to tell me we got Laser Ramon and the Red Baron in the outfield? Interesting. And I heard from a bird, meaning Twitter, Laser Ramon can play all 3 outfield spots. So, I mean, honestly, I like Oscar, but he ain't giving it to us right now, man. He ain't it. He is not it. It sucks to say, because he's not it. He's still living off of 2 big walk-off hits in the playoffs. Hasn't done a damn thing since. At least in the majors. You know you might be cooked when the team that you play for, that's preached youth for so long, goes out and gets a 35-year-old and a 29-year-old outfielder in like almost back-to-back days. It's almost like they got Cole Calhoun and they were just like searching on, the internet, and you're like, oh. He's like, hey, I was like, this is like Chris Antonetti talking to, the others. He's like, hey, the A's got rid of Laureano. And they'd be like, really? It's like, yeah, they DFA'd him. Should we put in a claim? They'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? I can imagine that's probably what they did. Yep. I just do not understand this team's motive right now. I like it. Not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'll take it all day. I mean, I will gladly. Oh, I didn't even realize my alert box was down there. Okay, but yeah, what else is there really to say at this point? I'm not gonna talk about the game really. I'll save that for the review stream after the series. But I just do not know what to think of this team. Like, I keep saying to myself, don't get your hopes up. This team is going to have a run. They will. They always do. And this run is going to be one of those runs that gets the fan base excited. But it's like in the back of your head, you're thinking, this ain't going to last long. They can't even get a game over 500. This is the worst free fall we've had in months. And as far as, is this the worst team since whenever? You want to know a fun fact? As far as I'm concerned, based off of what I'm looking at right now, we haven't finished in last place since 1991. Now, luckily, that's not going to happen this year because Kansas City stinks so bad. And it would take a free fall of epic proportions for that to even think about happening. Not to mention Kansas City would actually have to go on a monstrous run of epic proportions. But fourth place, not as far back as you think, especially with the way we're playing. I knew August was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be tough. But damn, I didn't think it would be like this. One win in the entire month. We've had a couple. But you compare this team right now to other teams. 2021, that's the year when the freaking pitching staff just completely fell in on itself. I mean, should I even look at that team? Oh my god, bro! Like 2021, 80 and 82. Like, what is there to even talk about? Ay, ay, ay. And it's funny because you look at the date, August 8th. That year, we were at 500. Yep. We were at 500 that year. We ended the year that year 80 and 82. At the All-Star break, they were 45 and 42. You look at the pitching staff of that team. You look at who was on that team, and you'd be like, wow, no wonder why that team stunk. The lineup consisted of the likes of Hedges, Bobby Bradley, Cesar Hernandez, Ahmed Rosario, Jose Ramirez, of course, Eddie Rosario. That was the year we traded him. Miles Straw, Josh Naylor, and Franmil. The bench had guys like Harold Ramirez, Bradley Zimmer, Yu Chang, Oscar Mercado. You had Andres Jimenez, Owen Miller, Roberto Perez, Ernie Clement, Jordan Luplo, Bowers, Daniel Johnson, Rene Rivera, Wilson Ramos, Ryan Lavarnway, and Ben Gamble. Now, pitching. This is why we stunk so damn bad. Because our pitching literally caved in on itself. Yep. Our pitching absolutely crapped itself. Our rotation was Cal Quantrill, Plesac, Savale, McKenzie, Bieber, and Eli. Yeah, remember Eli Morgan made his debut in a monsoon against these Blue Jays? Got absolutely wrecked for no reason because, why not? It was so bad. Nick Whitgren made a start. Sam Hentges made starts. J.C. Mejia, the old other Logan Allen, Phil Maton did not make any starts. He made one start. You know you are cooked when you've got guys who are now in your bullpen, or that were in your bullpen, like Sam Hentges. He was making starts. J.C. Mejia, Logan Allen, that's the other Logan Allen, the Padre one, not the one we have now. No, the one we have now far surpasses that one. Maton, of course, we traded him for Straw. And that's it. Yeah. Like, that's... Wow. Zach Plesac made 25 starts. Yep. Savale made 21. Cal had 22 starts. Yep. Out of 40 games played or pitched. Yep. Wow. Eli Morgan, Chris Bieber, out. McKenzie, injured. Savale, injured, of course. Splinter, Plesac, he was all right. Like, he went 10 and 6. He wasn't. That was actually, I think, the last time he was actually good. Savale was usual Savale, but again, Splinter. Cal Quantrill was really good. That was that was the start of his, like, insane run at home where that dude would not lose. He would not lose at home. Man, if we could have got at least 2 more games, the one yesterday and the one tonight, we would have probably been ahead of the Angels. They look like they've been free falling. Well, they lost again tonight, and they have not won since the All-Star. They haven't won since the trade deadline. They made all those moves. They get CJ Cron. They go out and get Giolito. They go out and get Raylo from the White Sox. They go out and get Grichuk, who made a horrible play tonight to cost them the game pretty much. Gave up the lead. And they stink. Just like us. But you know what? On the bright side, at least we got a bright future, right? We're going to be seeing many more prospects coming up over the next weeks, I'm sure. Especially if I think the rosters expand soon too, at the end of this month. So we'll probably see some more prospects coming up, and see how things go. But yeah, this year is nowhere near as bad as that year, pretty much. But we still finished 2 games under 500. Now, comparing that one to a year like 2012, which was the final year of Manny Acta, God, we all remember those 3 years. Manny Acta, for those who forgot, I'm pretty sure you don't want to remember the Manny Acta years, but those years were like the bridge years to Tito. I think Tito had just left Boston. He was like doing something in like the studio or something like Fox with MLB. I think it was like Fox or something. After that 2012 season, and Tito essentially became available, like his name was out there, we called him up and boom, right away. He's like, yep, I'll do it. No questions asked. And it's crazy when you look at it. Under Tito Francona, we have won 80 games. We've never had a season winning less than 80 games. Our worst season under Tito was 2021, 80 and 82. Yep. It's crazy, isn't it? First year under Tito, we went 92 and 70. But just to show you how bad that team was in 2012. All right. The lineup. By the way, Jays fans, if you're watching, hi, how you doing? We had a couple names that you guys might recognize in our front office that year. Mark Shapiro was the president. Ross Atkins was the farm director. Boy, how things have changed. But you look at the team. You look at the lineup. Stinky. Carlos Santana, Casey Kotchman, Jason Kipnis, Asdrubal Cabrera. Okay. Jack Hanahan. Huh? Shelly Duncan. Michael Brantley. Shin-Soo Choo. Legend in terms of Cleveland. And of course, you got Pronk. Then, you got the guys coming off the bench and stuff. You got Lou Marson. Dude disappeared. Johnny Damon. Old ass dude, 38 years old. Ugh. Jose Lopez. Who? Ezekiel Carrera. Lonnie Chisenhall, Mr. Glassman. The original Mr. Glass. Man, I mean, for the, baseball wise. Who even has that title now? Mr. Glassman. Oh, Eloy. Yeah, I think Eloy took that title from Mr. Lonnie Chisenhall. Yeah, he's Mr. Glass now in baseball. Dude can't even move a muscle without getting hurt. Jason Donald. Well, Donald. Brent Lillibridge. Aaron Cunningham. Russ Kanzler. Matt Laporta. Cord Phelps. Vinny Rottino. Thomas Neal. Juan Diaz, and Luke Carlin. Who? That's a lot of who's? They be living in Whoville. You thought that was a lot of who's. Look at the freaking pitching. Do I even want to go over the pitching? I don't even want to go over the pitching, man. But I have to. Our rotation that year was Justin Masterson, who was kind of suckish. Yeah. Ubaldo Jimenez, literally the original Ubaldo. Baldo. I never called Ahmed Baldo, though. Just Baldy. Zach McAllister, a.k.a. Mr. McFastball. Derek Lowe. 39-year-old Derek Lowe. Josh Tomlin, the home run slot machine. And Genmar Gomez. Bruh. Our lovely bullpen was Esmil Rogers, Tony Sipp, Joe Smith, Vinny Pastano, and Chris Perez. Wow. Chris Perez really had 39 saves that year. That's insane. Other guys we had in terms of pitchers, Scott Main, Rafael Perez. The Dan Wheeler, or is this like a different Dan Wheeler? I think this might be the Dan Wheeler, I'm pretty sure. But we had Roberto Hernandez. I believe is this Fausto? This was Fausto, right? Scott Barnes, Nick Hagedorn, Frank Herman, Jairo Asensio, David Huff, Cody Allen, Chris Seaton, Jeremy Ricardo, and Corey Kluber, who had 12 starts that year. Wow. Roberto Hernandez. Yep, that's Fausto. A.K.A. known as Fausto Carmona through 2011. He really had a fake-ass name. What are we doing? We had a dude going by a fake name. Man, that dude was crazy, dude. My name is not Roberto Hernandez. My name is Fausto Carmona. I wonder what he was doing when he thought, you know what? I'm going to be known as Fausto Carmona. Yeah. This is the Dan Wheeler. Okay, yeah. Pitched from 99 to 2012. Wow. Okay, so, and I'm sure you guys also really want to know, like, hey, Crazy Dog, just curious, what did the team in 1997 look like? Because, yeah, that was the last year we actually were like damn good. In 97, we won our division. 86 and 75. Mike Hargrove as the manager. Let's take a look at that team real quick before I head out. All right, because I am bored, so I got time. Not going to be live much longer, though. I just want to look and see what our World Series teams look like, and then I'm going to head out. All right, so the lineup, of course, you had Sandy, Jim Thome, Tony Fernandez, Omar Vizquel, Matt Williams, Brian Giles, Marquise Grissom, Manny Ramirez, and David Justice. You know what's crazy about that team comparing to one that we have right now? Literally half that team is like old as hell. At the time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. They were all old as hell in that time. Which is insane if you really think about it here. You know, Sandy was 31, Thome 26, Tony Fernandez 35. Yeah, Julio Franco was 38-year-old was on our team. Julio Franco was a Guardian? I mean, an Indian? Yeah. Julio Franco. My dude right now is 64 years old. Wow. He was playing. He played. This dude is such a legend. He played baseball for 25 years. I am not kidding. Look it up. Look it up. Yeah. He played baseball in the MLB for 25 years. In his final season, he played for the Mets and the Braves. And I remember I saw a video of him like doing baseball activities in his 60s. Like, damn. Wow. We had old as Julio Franco on the 97 Guardian on the Indians team, 38 years old. Wow. Kevin Seitzer, Pep Borders, Bip Roberts, Jeff Branson. Yeah, nobody really we know now. Sean Casey, Richie Sexton, Einer Diaz, eh. But then you look at our pitching staff, and you're probably thinking, wait, how did this team not win a freaking title? You're asking the wrong person. Charles Nagy, Oral Hershiser. Yes, that Oral Hershiser. He was a I keep saying Guardian, an Indian. Chad OG, Bartolo, young ass Bartolo, and Jarrett Wright. And again, there's the name that I've talked about before. That's the guy we didn't want to trade for Pedro. We could have traded Jarrett Wright for Pedro Martinez. We didn't want to. We didn't want to trade him for Pedro. Imagine what this team would have done with Pedro. And just for lulz, I think that was what, 99? That team lost in the ALDS. Let's see what that team would have had with him and the pitching staff. Let's see what that team would have looked like with him in the pitching staff. Dave Burba, Bartolo, Nagy, Wright, and Gooden. Dwight Gooden. Wow. The bullpen was freaking Paul Assenmacher, Ricardo Rincon from Moneyball, Steve Reed, Paul Shuey, and Michael Jackson. He had 39 saves. Wow. Dwight Gooden, 34 years old. Yeah, see, you put Pedro in that staff would be nice. Nagy, Cologne, Burba, Gooden, and Martinez would be nice. You also have Carsey, Langston, Haney, Brower. Yeah, nope. David Risky, DeLucia, Paul Wagner. Nobody really big. There was no like, oh my god, names on that list. Oh wow. It's definitely bringing back 2021 vibes. Yep, this whole team is falling apart. What's up, Yusuf? How you doing? Do you think we can win? Yes, I think we can win tomorrow. If the offense shows up. Yep. We can definitely win tomorrow. It's possible. What else is we looking at? Oh yeah, I know. So you look at that 2012 team, the last year of Manny Acta. You look at the 2013 team, the first year of Tito. This team went 92 and 70. And in fact, they went a nice little stretch to end the season, which is why I think this team could do it easily. So you look at the lineup. It was actually a pretty solid lineup, to be honest. You had, of course, I guess in his prime, Carlos Santana at catcher. Real OGs remember when he was a catcher. That was I think right when he was entering the league. Nick Swisher, Jason Kipnis, of course, as Drupal Cabrera, Lonnie Chisenhall, Michael Brantley, Michael Bourne, Drew Stubbs, and Jason Giambi. Yeah, old ass 42-year-old Jason Giambi on his last legs playing for the Indians. That was fun. Mike Aviles, Mark Reynolds. My God, Mark Reynolds. What? Huh? Jan Gomes, Ryan Rayburn, Jason Kubel, Jose Ramirez. Yeah. Matt Carson, Cord Phelps, McDonald, Marson, Carrera, Shopik, and Omir Santos. Those were all the guys that we played that year. At least one game. Then you look at the pitching staff, and you had Justin Masterson, Ubaldo, Scott Kazmir, 29-year-old Scott Kazmir, Corey Kluber, and Zach McAllister. It's crazy how good Scott Kazmir was with us. Man, you look at the pen. You had Dick Mountain coming out of the bullpen. That's probably why we never really remember him on the Indians, because he came out of the pen. We had Dick Mountain in the pen. Nice. Joe Smith, Cody Allen, Brian Shaw, and Chris Perez, who had 41. No, he had 25 saves that year. Wow. In terms of other pitchers we've had on that team, Matt Albers, Danny Salazar, Cookie Carrasco, when we tried to make his game. He tried as a starter, he stunk. Put him in the pen for a year or so. Became a starter again, and he was fantastic. Yep. Now, unfortunately, the poor guy is old, and I think that Cookie is a little overbaked. Yeah. Vinny Pastano, God, I remember that name. Got him for Corey Kluber. We get Corey Kluber for him. Was it Clevenger? I think it was Clevenger we got for him. Yeah, or something like that. I don't know. Nick Hagedorn, Brett Myers, Mark Zupchinski, Trevor Bauer, Scott Barnes, Preston Guillemette, Matt Langwell, Joe Martinez, CeCe Lee, David Huff, Clay Rapata, Josh Tomlin, Blake Wood, and Ryan Rayburn. In fact, I'm sure you guys are even curious. We heard about Kerry Wood playing for the Guardians. Yeah, he did. Yeah. He was a Guardian. He was an Indian for like a year in 2010. Yeah. He was an Indian for a year. And then I believe we sent him over to New York. Did we trade him? I'm trying to think. Because he was 33 that year. Then he finished out his career with the Cubs. So really, Kerry Wood only played for 3 teams. Chicago, Cleveland, New York, and then that's it. Yeah. How many saves did he have with us anyway? I'm trying to see here. He had 8 saves with us. So I don't think he played much. He had 3 blown saves. Yeah. Okay. I think doesn't it say down here transactions, like what happened? Oh, here we go. 2012. Okay, granted free agency. Granted by the Indians with cash to the Yankees. We got Shive and Matt Susik to the Indians to complete the trade. So it wasn't even a big deal. It was whatever. And then he was granted free agency later on, signed with the Cubs. And then it's funny, he signed with the Cubs in December 2010. October 30th, 2011, granted free agency. And then he signed again with the Cubs. And then he retired voluntarily. So, that's crazy how it goes, you know? Wow. So he was an Indian for a little bit. Didn't do much. There's so many random guys. Wait, he was an Indian? Yeah, he was. 2012 season, I barely remembered it, but I just remember we used to get killed by Derek Jeter in the Yankees. Yep. Always. Always. It's like a tradition. Get destroyed by the Yankees. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's 2:10 a.m. on a lovely coming up Tuesday. So hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll be live technically today, later on tonight, for the Guardians and Blue Jays, and we'll see if Ramon Laureano plays. I bet you he will, but I don't know with Tito. Tito going to be the guy to freaking keep him out for some reason. Oh, he's not. He's still got a little bit of jet lag. We literally played freaking Cole Calhoun a day after getting him. We have no excuse not to play freaking Ramon. Stop it. It's stupid. And I just know where he's gonna put freaking Cole Calhoun at freaking first base. Because that's what he's gonna do. Oh well, guess we'll have to wait and see. But I will be live for the game regardless of who plays. So with that being said, I will see you all tonight. And yeah, baseball season is quickly closing, coming to an end really quick here. Getting close to like 50 games left. So like less than 50 games now. If only we never had Brian Shaw. Yeah, it makes you wonder what would have happened if we never had Brian Shaw pitch in the World Series. Never know. Yeah, hopefully it's a W. Yep. So, with that being said, guys, I will see you all later tonight for Cubs Blue Jays. Cubs Blue Jays, Guardians Blue Jays, and hopefully we can get a win. And go Tanner Bybee. Yeah. So, see you guys tonight. Go Guardians. I'm out. Have a good night, day, everybody, wherever you may be living. Bye bye. Yeah. Freaking blew another one. Yeah. They teased again. Yeah. Bases loaded. Yeah. Did they do it? No. Does this team stink? Yeah. They're ugly and they stink. Ugh. The season's ugly and they stink. It's like that SpongeBob episode. We're not ugly. We stink. No, buddy. You are ugly and you stink. Stink like ew. That's been out in the sun for a month. Ugh. That's disgusting. And on that note, I'm out. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah. Hopefully they win tonight. I need a win tonight. Just for my psyche. This team is taking all my energy out of me. I tell you.